Hey, beautiful soul. You're listening to the Rising into Mindful Motherhood podcast, your weekly dose of fertility wisdom. I'm your host, Dr. Katie Wood. I'm a barefoot mama bear, pharmacist, and integrative fertility coach. This is your go-to podcast for all things to naturally nourish your fertility, embody womb healing, and reclaim your feminine power to accelerate your path to pregnancy. My expert guests and I will be having intentional conversations to discuss the many facets of a thriving, fertile foundation, natural wellness, and how we grow and transform as women on our journey to motherhood. So let's dive in, shall we? Hello and welcome to Rising into Mindful Motherhood. I'm super excited to share this solo episode with you today because basically I'm going to be breaking down and talking about my newest masterclass. So I have had countless women and couples reaching out to me with what is my step-by-step process? How do I help couples conceive when literally the odds were stacked against them? They were told that they could never conceive naturally. They were told that they had to do IVF or donor sperm or donor eggs, and yet they were still able to conceive. So I broke it down into a free masterclass for you, 4 steps to finally get pregnant, even if nothing else has worked. And I'm so excited that I finally finished this masterclass. It is out. It is available for you to register and watch for free. And the response has just been absolutely amazing. I feel like so many of us feel like we're being left behind and that we are just being extremely underserved by the current medical healthcare system, right? Depending on your age, you are told to try for a certain period of time before receiving any help. I have had women share with me, and even in my own personal experience, where no labs are taken. Nothing is investigated. There is no root cause approach to figuring out why women's cycles are irregular, why you're not conceiving, maybe even looking to see if your partner's sperm health is even in a healthy state. And if it's not, trying to really work around that and figure out what's going on and how to optimize it. So the response has just really been, thank you. I feel heard. I feel seen. I feel hopeful by this 4-step restorative fertility process. So if you're listening, I want you to know that this masterclass is for you if you have been diagnosed with PCOS, endometriosis, premature ovarian failure, if you've been diagnosed with unexplained infertility, which is essentially saying they don't know what to tell you, what is wrong, what is going on, what is not working. And really, depending on your situation, if your partner has been told that their sperm is so poor that you need donor sperm, or maybe you have such low AMH that they told you that you couldn't do IVF, or that you just need to resort to donor eggs, I'm here to tell you that it is my belief that if there isn't something genetically going on or anatomically interfering with your fertility, that you do have a chance of getting pregnant, whether you align with conceiving naturally or whether you just want to ensure that your investment into fertility treatments like IVF is going to be successful, and you're going to optimize the chances of it being successful. This masterclass is for you. Okay. I lay out our 4-step restorative fertility process and how we're able to make this possible for you. The 4 steps are reveal, remove, rebalance, and receive. This masterclass is something that I would highly recommend listening to if you feel like you're at a fork in the road. You have two decisions right now. You have a decision to go one way. Maybe you're being pushed or pressured into doing yet another IVF cycle, or maybe you've done a lot and they're just saying, maybe get a surrogate or donor eggs or donor sperm or whatever it may be. But then there's this other direction where deep inside you have this inner knowing that there's something else going on. There is something else wanting to be witnessed on your journey, to be healed, to be alchemized, to be released. That you know that fertility is more than tracking your cycle, eating healthy, implementing healthy lifestyle habits, and doing fertility treatment protocols. At the end of the day, now you got to get real honest with yourself, and that can be hard and that can feel uncomfortable. Believe me, I have to do it with myself on the regular, not necessarily for fertility, but just how am I being as a person, as a parent, as a wife, as a business owner. And sometimes it can feel really uncomfortable, but we have to get real with ourselves. How are we being on our journey? Who are we becoming? Who are we going to be on the other side of this journey? Who do you want to be? Who do you aspire to be? Who do you envision yourself being? And then getting real honest with yourself. Are you being that person? Are you living in alignment with that person? I can tell you right now, doing another fertility treatment is not going to get you there unless you're doing your own like personal development, inner healing on the side. That's not going to get you there. But I can tell you, doing this work, which this process is very much a root cause, intuitive led approach. Like we're really tapping into the physical and the energetic aspects that is your fertility. It's a beautiful process. And you're going to come out the other side feeling so much healthier, feeling so much more fulfilled in your life and with your child. Ideally, in an ideal world, that is the goal, that you will be with your child or you will be that much closer to having your child. So I am going to drop the link in the show notes for you to register and watch. I encourage you to invite your partner to watch it together. In this masterclass, you are not only going to discover what the success rate is of this method. Let's just say that this success rate and the results of this method has IVF clinics calling, asking, what did you do to help this woman? How did this happen? And also in the masterclass, you will have a very special invitation that is very limited. So I would definitely recommend listening to it now, going in the show notes right while it's on top of mind. If you ever have any questions at all, in my email, you can DM me on Instagram. All of those links are going to be in the bottom of the show notes. I am here to support you, to hold space for you, and to be a stand for your transformation as a woman, as a parent, to also help your partner as well. Actually, that was something I wanted to mention earlier. This four-step process is also for your partner. I want to share with you a very quick client success story. So I was working mainly with the woman, and we did a semen analysis on her partner. It came back as zero viable sperm. We did some digging, exploring, and there were some bumps in the road that we overcame together, but they went from having 0 viable sperm to pregnant within 1 year. So that is what can happen when you follow this 4-step process. So super excited for you to learn about that. Go watch the masterclass, and I would love to hear your feedback as well. I've just had such an amazing, astounding response to it, and I can't wait to hear how it has moved or inspired you on your fertility journey. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Rising into Mindful Motherhood podcast. If this episode resonated with you or gave you an aha moment, stop what you're doing right now and write a review. This simple act of kindness helps me get this podcast out to connect with as many women as I possibly can. I also have a special offer. If you send me a screenshot of your review, I will take $250 off one of my premium coaching containers. Let me know what resonated with you the most and why. So connect with me in my free Facebook community or tag me on Instagram. You'll find both listed below. Thanks again from the bottom of my heart for tuning in to this episode, and I'll see you next time.